If your outfits have been feeling a bit flat lately and you're not sure why, then this video might be for you. A lot of the time, the difference between a good outfit and a great outfit is very minimal. It's often down to one or two key factors that you either need to add in or take away. And it's really easy to make the change. It's usually just a shift in mindset. So today I want to talk about what you might want to do differently. But keep in mind, there's no right or wrong answer here. Take bits from this video that matter to you and suit your tastes and style, and leave the rest. Picking performance first. I swear this one has become a huge fashion pandemic over the past few years, and it's a huge style mistake in my opinion. And it's the apparent need for absolutely everything in fashion to be about performance. So your suits are now stretchy hybrid performance suits, your loafers are now flexible grip sole performance loafers, your shirts, t-shirts, chinos, everything is about performance rather than style. And the problem is, turning them into these technical pieces ruins their look. They've often got weird shapes that fit awkwardly, their colour schemes can be a bit janky. I don't know about you, but when I see a guy jumping around in a three-piece suit to prove how flexible it is, I'm not impressed. I get that it's important to be comfortable, especially if you work in an office or somewhere where you just need to look smart day to day. But we don't need to be able to run a marathon in our work clothes. And no offense to dads, but I feel like it's such a dad thing to think something is really cool because it's got hybrid technology built in. But in my opinion, it's not that cool and it rarely looks good. So if you've been incorporating these types of things into your outfits, it could be the thing that's holding back your style. Your outfits are shapeless. Another common style mistake we're seeing, especially in 2026, are shapeless outfits. For example, baggy oversized tops with baggy oversized pants. Huge barrel-shaped jeans with drop shoulder tops has been particularly prevalent in recent times. But the truth is, it's a hard look to pull off, and even if you manage it, it rarely looks good. Just looks like you're being swallowed alive by your clothes. The opposite was happening 10 or so years ago when everything had to be super skinny. Since everything fit in the same way, it didn't look imaginative or fun. I've talked about this before, the fashion industry always has this tendency to move towards the extremes. It has to go full send on a certain fit or design to a point where outfits start to look a bit silly. But all you really need is to aim somewhere in the middle. And definitely mix things up in terms of shape and proportions to create balance. If you are wearing relaxed pants, try something slimmer on top. If you're wearing a shorter length tee, go with some longer fitting bottoms or layer a longer length top over it. Some experimentation will be needed, but by simply not going too extreme and introducing a bit of variety, you'll find all of a sudden your outfits don't look so shapeless. Incorrect fabric choice. Fabric choice is something that is almost always overlooked and can have a massive impact on your style. You'll often hear me banging on about avoiding synthetics such as polyester. Don't get me wrong, they absolutely do have their place in clothing, especially for sportswear, and sometimes a blend of synthetics and natural materials can make sense from a comfort perspective, or if a designer is trying to achieve a specific, unique shape, for example. But a lot, if not most of the time, natural materials should be your go-to. They drape better over the body, they have certain textures and washed out colours that can't be replicated with synthetics, and they get better with time, with beautiful fading and distressing. One natural fabric in particular that I think is misunderstood is wool, and I'm delighted to be partnering with Unbound Merino to tell you about why that is and how wool can improve your style. I have a couple of pieces here from their recent collection, all in size small, and for reference I'm 5'10", around £140. Each one is made of 100% merino wool, but it's summer. Isn't it crazy to be wearing wool? The answer is absolutely not, if you're getting the right kind. These are made of super fine 17.5 micron merino wool, meaning not only are they thin and airy, they're also extremely soft. In fact, in many cases, merino wool like this is going to be superior to cotton in the heat of summer. Firstly, it's temperature regulating, meaning yes, it keeps you warm when it's cold, but it also keeps you cool when it's hot. Second, it wicks moisture away from your body. Wool can absorb a lot of water without feeling damp. This keeps you feeling dry. And thirdly, it's anti-odorous. By absorbing that moisture, it deprives bacteria on your skin of that damp environment that it thrives in, leaving you smelling fresh. It's a bit of a miracle material really, and all completely natural. These pieces from Unbound Merino are silky smooth and feel extremely luxurious. They definitely give any outfit that high-end look that can elevate it from basic to better, and could be the missing piece if you feel like your outfits need a pop of quality. Their wool is all Woolmark certified and sustainably sourced, so you can purchase with confidence. accounts. I'll leave links to all of them down in the description box below. Thanks again to Unbound Merino for sponsoring today's video, picking trends over classics. The next point is something you might have heard me sprinkle into a few of my other videos over the years. A big style mistake in my opinion is going in too hard on hype trends and not focusing enough on classics. Trends are difficult to ignore because they're everywhere we look, especially with social media. And yes, from time to time, incorporating them into your rotation is a super fun way to add variety and a bit of edge. But when your whole outfit is a snapshot of the current trend, it can look a bit desperate and overcooked. For the most part, I think it's best to ensure that the majority of your clothes and shoes are classics, both in terms of design and fit. Classics are classic for a reason. They have stood the test of time and they will continue to look good no matter what. I've done a whole video on classic and timeless pieces, so I won't go into too much detail today, but the main takeaway for this video is that you can dramatically improve your style by ensuring you've got a sensible mix of both classics and trends. Not just 100% one way or the other. It's always the shoes. Shoes are an area where guys constantly trip up with their style. Excuse the pun. In the majority of cases, if an outfit looks off, it's usually because of the shoes. Whether that be an off-putting colour that doesn't tie in with the rest of the outfit, or a design that doesn't flow nicely. I think it looks particularly dodgy when you have giant bulky shoes paired with slim pants. Not only does it look dated, but it's also verging on cartoonish. And the opposite is true as well. Huge baggy pants with tiny slim shoes. I know it's all the rage at the moment, but objectively it looks bad in my opinion. And it's very difficult to pull off correctly. In 5 or 10 years time, we'll probably look back on it and laugh. The fix, as usual, is balance. Wider footwear generally pairs well with wider pants that break naturally over the shoes, and slimmer footwear generally pairs well with slimmer fitting clothes. It's simple stuff, but easily overlooked, and could be something worth thinking about moving forward. You're too one-dimensional. The final mistake you might be making is just being a bit too one-dimensional. It's hard to explain, but sometimes people dress like their whole personality is a reflection of one of their hobbies, for example. I think people who play golf are a really good example of this. Not all of them, of course, but many golfers will just wear their golf gear all day, every day, even to formal events because they think it looks smart. And just like the performance wear pandemic we were talking about at the beginning of the video, you'll see boring, textureless, technical quarter zips and pants being worn all the time. I've seen the same thing with people who work out. It becomes their whole personality and starts to infiltrate their normal wardrobe. And so everything they wear is related to the gym. Obviously, I'm not discouraging people from having a hobby and keeping themselves fit and healthy. But if everything in your wardrobe is a reflection of just one thing you like, it might be the reason why it looks so flat and boring. Use clothing to show different facets of your personality. Mix and match things as we've already talked about, and have fun with it. So there's my thinking around some of the style mistakes a lot of guys are making in 2026. Of course, this is just my opinion and what I've observed. You might completely disagree. If so, let us know down in the comments and give us your thoughts. But anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.